Welcome back to Ninth Period, everybody. 434-582-2909 is the phone number, playing all your requests at your request here on 90.9 The Light and on thelightonline.com. Andrew Claudio, MC Riles, and joining us as most of the time, or as always, from Sounds of Liberty, from basically the guy that makes me feel like I can't sing anymore. The one, the only, just got back from seeing Step Up 3. Call him out on the radio.
Come on now, Alex. Call me out.
There you go. We saw it too. It's one of those movies where, like, if you go to it to see acting, you're gonna miss a lot.
Right.
The dancing.
Yes.
Exactly. It's like if you go to McDonald's and looking for Spanish food, like, you're probably gonna miss out. For healthy food even. But if you go just, to get filled up.
If you know what you're going for.
Exactly.
Did you go by yourself, or did you go with
I went by myself.
Okay.
You need a friend. We're right here, dog. We're going after. I got nothing to do tonight.
Take a girl.
Well, it was only a 350 show, so.
Okay. Lorenzo Lolo Jackson in studio.
Yeah.
Fresh off an outstanding victory for his Atlanta
ATL,
Falcons.
baby.
Here we go.
Yes, sir.
Now, let me just, before we talk about the game a bit, before we get into the NFL, did Roddy White get away with a push?
At first, I must admit, I thought he did.
Because he did.
But after looking at the replay, there was no extension. He just basically put his elbow out there, and the buddy just fell down, man.
Yeah,
he just fell down.
That's what happened.
That's just bad defense.
That's
he should have stayed on his feet.
exactly what happened.
You get taught and count to stay on your feet, especially as a cornerback, because if you fall, you beat.
Yeah.
So he just fell.
I still to this second think that he got away with a push. Now,
if the referee didn't call it, it's no penalty.
Exactly. See, that's exactly what my dad would say right now. My dad, aside from being a pastor and stuff he does in the city, he's a football ref.
Right.
And he will always, I'll be like, Dad, like, he missed the call. He's like, no, ref didn't call it. What the ref says goes.
Come on now.
Exactly. That's reverend preaching right there. We got Lorenzo Lolo Jackson here.
Ooh, yeah.
There it is. Here on Ninth Period. Talking trash with trash talkers. Now, Mark, help me out. Lolo and I will go back and forth. Go down the list of the teams, the games in the NFL this week.
All right,
we will give our
picks.
picks.
Is the weekly lineup right here. The first matchup here, the toilet bowl of the week. The Detroit Lions and the Buffalo Bills.
Wow!
Baby.
Never mind.
Do you even care?
One word. Calvin Johnson. Get me fantasy points.
There you go.
Boom.
That's about all you can salvage from that
Three
game.
words. Change the channel.
Like,
okay.
will there even be a winner in this game?
Exactly.
Like, is that possible?
This is one of those games where it'll tie at 0 and both teams will lose. They'll both find a way to get a point added to the loss column. So I'll go Bills. They'll get their first win, but go ahead.
Okay. I will. I was just about to say. I hope they.
Exactly. I hate teams that don't win at all. So
right,
plus they're upstate New York. I have to.
All right, moving on. Minnesota and Chicago.
Ooh.
Minnesota. Brett Favre showed me a lot last week.
Here.
When Brett Favre impresses me, the guy who can't stand him, you know that Brett Favre showed me a lot last week.
I give
400. What do you have?
447 yards on one leg.
Yeah.
I don't like going to class if my ankle is sore. Okay. Then again, I don't like going to class. Period. But I'll say this. Brett Favre showed me a lot last week, so I'll go Minnesota.
Okay. Yeah, I have to agree. But I do want Chester Taylor to score touchdown because he's on my fantasy team too.
It's all about fantasy.
You win the fantasy.
It's all about the fantasy.
Seriously,
points.
I'll go AP.
All right.
AP's on my fantasy team.
Well, I don't even have to ask you for this one, Claudio. But
Jets.
New York and
will
Cleveland.
beat the Browns. Okay.
All right. Whoa.
All right. Oh,
I understand.
Someone begs to differ.
Cleveland.
Go ahead.
Cleveland.
Okay.
Stepped it up last week.
Okay, but you realize how they did it. The Patriots are weak against the run. The Saints are weak against the run. The Jets have one of the best run defenses in football. Okay, you shut down Peyton Hillis. You're talking about having Colt McCoy try and beat you.
Speaking of Peyton Hillis,
yeah, I know.
Where did he come from?
Well,
I got him on my fantasy team though. That's all that matters.
You know how
I had to face him one week and he killed me.
Do you know how the Browns got him?
Brady
Quinn. That was the trade. That's the guy that they got in return for Brady Quinn when they traded him to Denver.
Are you kidding me?
Yes. Talk about a lopsided trade. That's like when the Mets traded Nolan Ryan for Sid Fugazi. Just saying. Shout out to you, New York Mets general manager from the 60s. Smart move. Yeah, Nolan Ryan's a Hall of Famer, and Sid Fugazi's a Little League coach. Good job.
All right. On that note,
okay, go ahead before I get mad.
Next
go
one
ahead.
here: Cincinnati Bengals and Indianapolis.
Is that
Nah.
that a serious question?
You know what? I
Indy,
think
Indy,
this is.
Indy.
I think this is Cincy's turnaround
Wow,
game.
this is the
This is the
spoiler
turnaround
of the
game.
week.
Yeah.
Underdog here.
Okay,
they're
I'm
gonna
going
win this
Indy
one.
all the way. Peyton Manning. I've learned last year when they played the Jets, never bet against Peyton Manning.
Carson
So-
Palmer's going to run that offense this week, and T.O. and Chad Ochocinco are going to break loose.
Okay, if you say so.
You got to consider injuries for Indianapolis Colts too.
You also got to consider Peyton Manning for the
All right,
Indianapolis
true,
Colts.
but what does he have to work with though?
What does Phillip Rivers have to work with? He still finds a way to get all those yards.
That's true. And Peyton Manning
It's all about the
is better
quarterback.
than- okay, all right.
Honestly.
Peyton Manning does he makes a way for the wide receiver step. to play
Exactly.
his
Look
game.
at Marvin Harrison.
It
Would he have been
doesn't
anything
matter who
without
they are.
him?
And Mr.
You-
Tamey has stepped up in Dallas.
Us
plays, too.
three, okay, could play wide receiver and tight end.
Peyton Manning would show us how.
And
it's
Peyton
done.
Manning,
He-
I would
he
make
get-
the
he
Pro
get the
Bowl.
ball,
I'm
yeah.
telling you that right now. Okay,
All right,
next
one.
game.
Houston and Jacksonville.
Houston.
Houston.
I like Maurice Jones-Drew. Quick shout out to my buddy Rashad Jennings.
Yeah,
who's out in Jacksonville, but I like Houston. I've always thought their offense is explosive. They can do a lot. So I'll go Houston.
Yeah,
So.
I have to agree.
Yeah.
Mercedes Lewis is
Fantasy.
on my fantasy.
you got that.
He needs to do something.
Mike Sims Walker on my fantasy team.
I traded him for Roddy White.
Oh wow,
Good
you got
trade.
you got away with that one.
Yeah, I did.
All right, next one.
Go ahead.
Tennessee and Miami.
Randy Moss. First game with the
excited
Titans.
to see what he's
Debut.
gonna do.
Yeah, because Chris Johnson's on my fantasy team.
He's on mine too,
Exactly.
baby. But I don't know. I'm excited to see how that's gonna work. I know they can't hold 8 people in the box anymore because Randy Moss will
Nah,
beat
not
you.
with Randy Moss, which
Yeah.
means it'll open it up for Chris Johnson.
Right.
Vince Young. I'll go.
Man, that's
That's a good one. That really is a good one.
Wow. I'm going Tennessee.
All right.
You go Tennessee.
Who you got, Claudio?
You know, the thing about Miami is their 4 losses this year are Baltimore, Pittsburgh, the Patriots, and the Jets. The 4, you could say, the teams with the 4 best records in the NFC.
Okay.
So I'll say Miami's just a very good 4-4, and I'll pick Miami because I think they're a very good team. They got hosed against the Steelers. Okay, and then we'll talk about this on SMH. Fresh off this whole spit in the face incident with I don't even know who the names are. We'll figure that out later,
dude.
but
We'll talk about
fresh off that. But I'll go Miami.
it. All right, Carolina and Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay.
That's actually a big matchup for
Carolina's
a couple of
playing
friends of ours.
horrible.
Yeah.
I mean,
Who cares? But still.
right, I was just gonna
Well,
say.
you know,
I'll go Tampa Bay just
Steve
because.
Smith hasn't had a game.
Exactly.
Yet either.
D'Angelo Williams is hurt. Matt
Yeah.
Moore is nothing like what he was last year.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'll go Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
All right, Kansas City and Denver.
Oh, you know what?
One of those again.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'll go Kansas City.
Dwayne Bowie, baby.
There you go. Fantasy points. right
Brandon
there.
Lloyd, baby.
All right,
fantasy
so we got
points.
Kansas City here.
yeah, I'll go
Across the
Kansas
board.
City.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Seattle, Arizona.
What
Who
is
cares?
up with you?
Change the channel.
All right, you want to move to the next one?
Yeah.
Shout out to my boy Jesse Phillips. He's a big Seahawks fan.
There you go.
All right, this one is it's an important game, but we all know who's gonna win it. New York and Dallas.
This is Dallas game.
This is
Did
Dallas
you
is
really
gonna
just go
take
that? No, they're not.
You're
New
probably
York.
right. Yeah.
From the
New York
Empire
Giants.
State. The New York
I would like
Giants,
to hope for him.
New York Giants look like they're headed to a 12-4 and a bye. So
Yeah.
I'll go the Giants by a lot.
Okay, St. Louis, San Francisco.
San Fran.
Who cares? I'll go St. Louis just because San Francisco got their first win and it was overseas last week. So they still
They
haven't
can't
won
even win in
They still haven't
America.
won a game on American soil. So go ahead.
All right, and the Sunday night game: New England Patriots versus the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Ooh,
Good game.
yes. Ugh.
Wow.
Think
Chicken
this one
wings,
through.
let's go.
Ah, sure, man.
Ugh.
know-
I've said it all season. I'll go first. I've said it all season. The Patriots are a fraud. Okay, they're a fraud. They're not that good. Okay, they benefited from playing teams at the right time. Okay, they played Miami when Chad Henne had like the stomach flu, threw 4 picks. They played Brett Favre after he hurt his ankle against the Jets. They played the Chargers when the Chargers decided to turn the ball over 5 times and almost blew that game.
Anyway.
Like, the only impressive win I've seen the Patriots have this year was when they beat Baltimore. And even then, you could say the Ravens defense choked. They committed 3 penalties at the end of that game. So I will say the Steelers will win this game, showing everybody just who the New England Patriots are.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe.
In my opinion, a win is a win, no matter how you get it.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I think the Patriots will make the playoffs, but I don't think they're that good a team. I think losing Randy Moss has made them.
They find ways to win,
Which is what losing Randy Moss has done. They're not trying to put up points anymore. They're not trying to stack the score sheet. They're just trying to
get by.
Exactly, just like the old times when they would win Super Bowls by, with Deion Branch and those guys.
Speaking of him, he's on my fantasy too.
There you go.
All right, Claudia, you got.
I got the Steelers.
Pittsburgh,
Go ahead.
Lolo.
Go ahead, Lolo.
Well, yeah, I was gonna go with the Steelers too, just because of their defense. Troy
Polamalu, him and his hair.
Yeah, he always go through. Defense wins championships.
There you go.
In the
Monday
Monday night
night
game, Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Redskins.
That's gonna be fun.
Ben Berry and Dayne Carraway. There you go. Action and DJ Lifeline.
Oh my goodness! Wow, dude, Michael Vick's playing good.
That's Donovan McNabb at home though.
Yeah, that's true too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited to see that
again.
that game again.
Yeah.
Especially I think Donovan McNabb's gonna have another big game.
A full game of Michael Vick though.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Because Michael Vick does look good. All right, who do you think? Who do you think?
Man, I think I'm gonna go with the Eagles.
Eagles. Yeah. I was very impressed with their win over the Colts. Yeah. So I'm gonna go to Eagles too. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't make good radio when we agree, but I like the Eagles.
Yeah.
I'll go with them. So. Wait, time out. I just picked.
It makes for a good topic when Claudio picks something from
Philadelphia.
Philly
Time out a second. Time out.
Let's see what happened.
What? Yeah, I'll go with the Eagles.
You feeling okay? You gotta check your temperature or something.
Can I change my pick?
If it's gonna haunt you
the New Yorker in me is starting to come out like, moron, what are you doing? So I'm gonna go with the Redskins. They're at home. You never know if the Eagles were just motivated by Michael Vick. Donovan McNabb against his old team. I will go with the Redskins. I will change my pick.
All right, fair
regardless, it makes for a good game.
Exactly.
Monday get my homework done early.
Exactly. Hopefully, skip RHLM. So we'll be back with more Lorenzo Lolo Jackson. Welcome back to 9th period, everybody. 434-582-2909 is the phone number here on 90.9 The Light and thelightonline.com. Welcome back. My name is Andrew Claudio. Mark Clayton Riley, MC Riles, Lorenzo Lolo Jackson in studio. Still has not stopped singing, and we still have not stopped enjoying it. We are talking trash with Trash Talkers here on 9th period. Now, a little NBA for you. Okay. Did you see the Celtics and the Heat last night? You were watching Atlanta.
I was doing both. I had
a little back and forth.
The
the window on
middle
the
screen.
Yes, sir. Me too. I'm happy because the Heat are a fraud. Like, they're proving that it's not working.
It's too much in the beginning.
They got I forget who it was of the big three, whether it was Bosh, Wade, or LeBron, that said they might win 75 games this year. Okay, I seriously wish I remember who said it, because I want to be like, okay, so you basically got to go 71-3 the rest of the year in order for this to happen.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
It's
they
not.
Won't even win 60 games.
They might not win.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't think so.
We're looking at like 55 and 20 something.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's more like it. They still have a lot of continuity.
Exactly.
To work out, so
that's what happens when you try and put like two square pegs in a circle hole. I'm just saying, like, LeBron and D Wade do not go good together.
Yeah.
LeBron went to New York. He and Amari Stoudemire would have been awesome right now. Okay.
Even Chicago with Boozer.
Exactly. That would have been
And
perfect.
Derrick
You have
Rose,
Derrick Rose. You fit right in. I don't know. I've said it from the beginning.
I never really. I can't see that.
Right.
Like,
I still do not think the Heat will be that good.
But I think they can pull it together, though.
I think you're looking at a playoff team, looking at a 50-win team, but at the same time, I don't think you're looking at a championship caliber team yet. Joel Anthony, Joel, I'm not good enough to be related to Carmelo Anthony, is starting for them. Okay, really?
They got to start proving something.
Exactly.
Yeah,
like, you look at the
all
Celtics.
The hype, preseason hype. You got to start backing it up at some point.
They got to start blowing folks out.
You look at the Celtics and how they became so good. They had a point guard.
Right.
Okay, Rondo turned into this great player. Is Carlos Arroyo like?
Oh, okay.
God bless you, Lolo.
Thank you.
Rife would say that's what your cough button is for. But Carlos Arroyo is not the type of point guard that. Yeah, you got a red cough button. You got to sneeze. Just.
Hey, I'm new to this, man.
That's okay. Much love. We got you. So, also, did you see the tweet that Paul Pierce put up? Yeah, we just
I got that up right here.
You got it ready?
Yeah,
All
what
right,
does it
just
say?
read it.
This is Paul Pierce's tweet.
This is right after they just beat the Heat for the second time this year.
He says, "It's been a pleasure to bring my talents to South Beach. Now on to Memphis."
Yeah, like I'm just saying, like you can tell, like with some people who grew up in the hood, like,
Yeah.
and leave and go to great jobs, you can tell sometimes that the hood in them will come right out. You know, just like, hey, LeBron, come get some gangsta.
Well, think how sick of all the talk about
Exactly,
LeBron
about
that Paul
the
Pierce
Heat,
is having. You know,
Paul
them
Pierce is a
being the
future
Eastern
Hall of
Conference
Famer.
finalist, and he's the one. He's not getting any recognition. It's
Exactly.
all about LeBron, D Wade, KG, Ray Allen, Paul Pierce. They're not getting anything.
They've
right
been
now.
to the finals more in the
I mean,
last 2 years than LeBron has been in his entire career.
Right.
And he's getting all the attention.
Right.
I'm just saying, like, all this talk. Oh, by the way, Lakers lost their first game last night.
Yeah.
They are human. Okay. they
No, the
Carmelo
talk
Anthony
was,
stepping
talk
up.
was, would the Heat win 72 games this year, 70 games?
the Lakers
Will the Lakers do
might just do it. It
I'm-
took them
That's the
8.
question.
I'm convinced that they might do
They
it.
look amazing right
They
now.
really
They look
do.
like they're on a mission. Like it looks just like the '96 Bulls.
70 and 12.
Yep. It
Except
just
for the Bulls went 72 and
72 and 10, but still, like they look like the Bulls from '96,
Right.
where it's just they don't look like they're that. They look beatable, but that's just because that's how they want you to think.
10. Right.
Like we'll let you stay in until the third quarter, and then
Yeah.
we'll just you'll lose by 20 all of a
Right.
sudden.
Right.
I'll just say Lakers look good. The Lakers look like a very safe bet
Right.
to win the NBA Finals. So
Yeah.
shout out to the Knicks real quick.
Boston though, even though they keep losing, they've lost a few games. They're just solid, man.
But
If you go down
I'm
the
telling
line,
you.
they are. They're old. They're veterans. They're good.
I'm still stuck on who I'm picking out of the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, me too.
You got Atlanta. Okay, Adam
yeah.
Keeley has Orlando.
Even though we've lost 3 straight.
I got the Knicks. Like Mark has the Pistons.
I don't have the Pistons.
Yeah, you're a
I
Laker
actually
fan.
agreed with Adam. Like with
You're
the
with
Magic.
Orlando. That's
Yeah.
right. I think
No, the
I forget
Pistons-
whether
the
I
Pistons
think
are
I
on the
originally
radar.
said the Miami Heat, but I'm
That's what I said too. You
I'm
know
still-
what?
I'm still not convinced yet.
I'm gonna hold on to who I think is gonna go until we're at about 45 games.
Can I just say how funny it would be if Cleveland finds a way to go to
Oh
the
my
finals
goodness.
without LeBron?
Oh.
I was gonna say that right now. That would be
Wow.
Think of the story. That
I was
would
just
come
about to
Exactly.
say that.
Like,
That's
that's
a
like-
movie.
exactly
like the
LeBron
media would have
makes-
a
yeah, like
hit
it'd be
that.
like about the small town of Cleveland
Right.
that is abandoned by their star.
Right.
All of a sudden they overcome without him. The town
How
supports it.
embarrassing would that be?
You know, something out of like Disney or Pixar or something like that. But anyway,
Carmelo and Chris
Exact-
Paul and all these folks
exactly.
go to Cleveland.
Can you imagine just all these guys turn around and be like, "We'll do what you couldn't do, LeBron. Why not?" Sure. So
That was
anyway,
so
real quick before we say farewell to Lolo, you know how much I hate on LeBron on Twitter, right?
Yeah.
So of course I had to say something.
What did you
to
say
him.
this time?
Well, just quick little thing. As soon as game was over, second the clock hits 3-0. I'm like, so glad this whole go to Miami so D Wade can show you how to beat Boston thing is working out so well for you.
Oh, he's feeling that.
Just saying, he probably looked at that and was like, bad timing, Claudio. Too soon. So anyway, Lolo, thanks again.
Hey man, it's always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure. All of this fun, and AI can't get a run. So